So I've got the R33 brakes on the 180, just a stock caliper, stock rotor. It brakes pretty good. They're just getting, it's probably been almost 10 years since I've actually changed them. So I figured I should change them for a track day coming up in a few weeks. So I've got the HTC Plus brake pads in there, the Project Me ones, and they're good. But they're just getting to the end of their life. You can tell they're squealing. So I've got the, I'm going to replace them with the Intima RS. This is a new compound from Intima. Unboxing, they give you gloves, a few stickers, the brake pads. So these are the RS model. I think they're rated to 850 degrees, from 0 to 850. So they're pretty much similar to what I have on them at the moment. Plus, the rotors, you can see they're a little bit worn out. Probably not roadworthy anymore, or trackworthy, but they do work, but they're just starting to squeal. So I'm going to put the DBA 4000 T3s. So I got these the other day as well. So you got a sticker, some info on the rotor. So they look pretty good. So there's the rotor, looks pretty good. It should look a lot neater and cleaner than this. So I'll take this off. There's just 2 bolts at the back here. Got to get the pads out as well, they're pretty easy. Just a little pin pops out, and then you got to slide these 2 pins out, and then this clip just basically pops off. So I'll do that now and try to get the caliper off and the rotor off. With that clip first, that little pin. So you got to remember that goes under there through that, and this hooks over the top, and that just sits on top like that. So yeah, these would definitely need replacing. I haven't replaced them in a while. There's the inside one. As you can see, that one's just on the wear mark there. So this one's past it. So I definitely need to change the pads, but they have been on there for about 12, I don't know, 10 years, since 2000 I think 11 I put them on. So probably 10 years they've been on there for. Got quite a few track days out of them. So yeah, they did last a while, but I probably should have changed them a few years ago, but they kept working. So the next thing I want to do is, while the old rotor's on, try and push back the pistons as much as I can. What I can do, I'll put a G-clamp on it and try and clamp it in a bit more, just to get it back a bit, because I don't think they're going to fit in. Because as you can see, this is worn a few mil, and obviously that's going to be full, the new rotor. Because otherwise I'll put this on, the gap will be so less, I won't even get them in. So I'm going to try and compress them as much as I can. Now I've got to get down in here. get down here and do these 2 bolts. This one here and this one here. I think they're a 19 mil. So this caliper slips off like that. I probably should clean up all this rust. That's what sort of makes it stick on there. So probably use a wire brush or a wire wheel and the drill and just give it a little clean up, make it clean. But at least the bearing still feels pretty good. There's no play in it, no creaks, no noises. So I'll give it a clean up, then I can put the new stuff on. So I've cleaned that up pretty good. That's about as best I'm going to get it. I should get a wipe over to the brake cleaner. So another way to put the compress this a bit more is just get a G-clamp, put the old pad back in it and just sort of wind it up. I'm just trying to give him a quick wipe with some brake cleaner, a rag. Now I'm going to try and line these 2 bolts up, or these 2 holes up with these bolts. So if you look at the pads, there's 2 types. One has a clip, one doesn't. I think the clip ones go at the back and the non-clip one goes to the front. We got that in. Now see, I knew that would happen. That one went right, but it's a bit tight for this one, the second one. So we're going to have to try and push these back a bit more, try and get the pads back in square. So I got them in, I just used the G-clamp and just pushed them back a bit more. So I slipped them in like that before I bolted them up. Pins go back in. Put that locking tab back in there, and then that's it. New pads and rotors on. All I do is put the wheel back on. Already looks a lot better than before. So I'll do the other one now. I'm not going to film that one because it's pretty much the same. Then I can start to bed the pads in. See how it goes. So I've got the second one on now. Went a little bit easier when you know where I've got a bit of a process. So it only took about probably half an hour to do. Change the disc, change the pads. I didn't pop that out enough, but anyway, it wasn't too bad. So that's on. So I've got to put the tyres back on. and then bed the brakes in. So I bedded the brakes in now. They feel real smooth and a lot more bitey than before anyway, like from cold. Before my brakes were cold, they wouldn't really brake. You have to really warm them up, but these ones are pretty good. So I'll head home, let the car cool down for 15 minutes. I'll do other few things, and later on I might do the 100k ones somewhere. I'll have to, I don't know, find an old